The defense, man.
So you want some D?
I want some D. We've been needing some damn defense for the longest. That's what we need. We need defense, period. We got to damn platoon the defensive line. I'm speaking something serious, right? You can do it.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
You got to platoon the defensive line if you want to win consistently in this league, especially in the AFC West. I said it in the beginning. There was not going to be a clear front running team out of this division. There's going to be attrition. There's going to be injuries. They're going to beat up on themselves. The division is going to cause them to lose outside of the division. I believe that. I see it setting up right now. Problem is, you got Max Crosby and nothing else.
Okay, now I want to say this on record. You're right about Chandler Jones so far.
Where is he?
I did see more pressure from him, but he hasn't been able to seal the deal.
Nope.
And that's a problem. And
but beyond that though, okay, you got those two guys. This is what I believe about Chandler Jones. He's a good enough player. He's gonna come around.
Yeah,
I believe that pretty soon he's gonna get into his groove. He's gonna be fine. Still, you got that top player. You need the supporting cast. You need them other guys on the defense. And I'm not talking about the all-world guy that you go pick in the first round.
You're talking about a Perryman, Diablo, Rock Ya-Sin.
These kind of guys, even along the D-line, the one that comes in and plays 2 plays, goes and sits down. But when he comes in, he's got his hair on fire.
Billings.
Thank you. We need more of those kinds of guys because I just see towards the end of games, we in that position again where they're tired.
There is no rotational depth. You're right. And that goes to personnel.
I mean,
that's what it is. Lack of personnel thus far. But here's the thing. And I do want to hear the rest of your pie. You still got 25%.
Yeah, I got 25% left.
When I look at the team and I look at the division, the Chargers on Sunday get blown out by Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about Justin Herbert's fractured rib cartilage.
Hold on.
No.
Jacksonville got a squad, though.
But let me point this out.
Okay.
And I'm going to credit Brandon Steele from the Raider Republic, our Raider podcast here on Franchise Sports Media, for bringing this up. Khalil Mack was still on the field. Their corner, Derwin James, is still on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
They still gave up 38 points.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that, just because Bosa got hurt during the game.
Bosa did get hurt during the game.
I don't want to hear that because those guys those are difference makers. They're guys getting paid at or near the top of their position.
If you lose one of them, you become the Raiders.
Okay.
I'm saying if they can load the double team up to that one guy, you're going to be ineffective.
So
that's why everybody goes and gets 2.
Okay, so let's finish your pie.
All right, I'm going to say 15% play calling. All of this gadget stuff, this weird, I don't know what all of this is. I don't remember that in New England.
No, it was there.
Okay, well.
It was there.
Let's leave it there, number one, because we got a back that, I don't like to say this necessarily about players. I believe a player is more than just a member. You know what I'm saying?
More than a commodity.
Right. But Josh Jacobs is playing for a contract.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Give him the rock. Give him the rock. If the man is out there sick.
Flew himself out there.
Come on, man. You got to give him the rock. You got to start it out with him first and foremost. We're always starting out heavy pass. So much empty backfield. Empty. When you playing against that Tennessee secondary yesterday, it's like they knew every play. Just like they knew everything.
Well, it didn't help that Vrabel and McDaniels coached Vrabel. They've coached together.
Exactly.
So there is a familiarity when it comes to that.
So you got to be able to adjust. So I've seen adjustments not being made. I've seen the same thing over and over again that anybody watching film from the previous 2 weeks are going to pick up on where things are going and where things are happening. It's not, the disguises aren't for him to be this offensive guru. I ain't seen it yet. Now, maybe it's a thing where they ain't picking it up. Maybe it's one of those things where it takes some time. I remember the last system we was in, it took a little time for it to get stale in people's brain enough for them to be able to continuously go out there and do it. I know we ain't at that point yet. They've had one off season. I understand that. But still, adjustments got to be made when something ain't working. And I'm going to put that last 10% absolutely on Derek Carr. Why? Because there is a thing that comes with the opinion that you're a great quarterback. And that thing is 2 games, 3 games this season, you have to win it. Mm-hmm. Period. You have to put it on your back, regardless of all the other deficiencies. The people that they call the great ones, the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, even the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, they can win a game for their team when it's on the line.
Would you include, well, obviously Mahomes is in there.
For sure.
Would you include Deshaun Watson?
Last time I saw him, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know what he'll be at this point from being out for so long. But the last time I saw him, I'll put him in that. And the reason why I put Derek below that, and it seems crazy to say because he's got more fourth quarter comebacks than anybody else playing right now. But there's not that feeling with myself or the fan base, and I don't know if it's that feeling with the team that he can take us to the promised land when everything is going wrong.
So do you think he has an issue with being labeled a game manager? I mean, we talked about it briefly last week.
No, I don't really think. I think his issue is more in line with his position in this team. I don't think it's necessarily about the rest of the NFL. I think it's about his journey with the Raiders. The amount of just shit that he's had to deal with that his counterparts haven't had to deal with. The stability that have been at the other team, that the other players have had at the teams that they've been at over the time that he's been in the league, as opposed to all of the switching, the moving, the this, the that. What is he on his 4th, 5th system? Like, come on, man. The turnover of coaches, the turnover in offensive lines. Like, I think his thing is like, look, I stuck it out here with y'all. I'm here to stick it out with this team, win, lose, or draw. I'm going down as a Raider. Give me my due.
Okay, but no one's ever going to question Derek Carr's Raider. There's other quarterbacks, when their time is up with that team, Brett Favre, no one cares about his Atlanta Jets or Vikings days. They remember, sure. Joe Montana going to is a 49. Steve Young. I mean, no one cares about the Buccaneers. So I think he's always going to be considered a Raider. But the problem I think I have is if you want to be considered and call yourself one of the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league and you're paid as such.
When does he call himself that?
Oh, he used his brother to call him that through the whole process this offseason. He used David as his mouthpiece the entire time.
To say that he was the top 5 QB in the league.
When he compared himself to Aaron Rodgers this offseason, talking about...
When did he compare himself to Aaron Rodgers?
They need to show me a commitment that they want to win. The Raiders need to show him. That's what he said.
I'm saying, do you realize what had happened when he said that?
Do you realize that a couple weeks earlier, he said, I don't know if the new coaching staff is going to want me, so I'm going to wait and see. What changed? You wanted to get paid.
Who doesn't want to get paid?
But when you say it, if I say something on this show, I better back it up. You say something.
So explain.
It's accountability.
I didn't hear him say he's a top 5 quarterback.
Oh,
Please.
I'll pull up. I will do it after the show.
Okay.
But he literally came out and said he's a top tier quarterback.
He is a top tier quarterback.
He's in the 11 through 20 range. He's in the top half of that 11. He's not top 10. He's not even in the top 4 of his. He's not even the top 3 of his own division. Herbert's better. Mahomes is better, and Wilson's better. Then you still have Watson, Jackson, Mahomes right there. That's 6. Brady, Rodgers.
Okay,
that's 8.
So for you,
Josh Allen, 10.
For you and everybody else, Who's better? Who are you going to get this better? I'm going back to this again.
No, we're not.
We're not. That's what comes up when you ask that question. That's what comes up from people like you in the media and from Raider Nation. When you say, what is your plan? Nobody ever has one. They come with shit like Mariota. They was calling for Jarrett Stidham and none of these people are better than Derek Carr.
I didn't say either one.
So who's gonna do better?
Let me point something out to you.
If you lose Derek Carr, you're starting over from scratch.
Let me point something out.
Unless you're trying to get Lamar next year. Is that what it is?
Hey, you never know who's available. No one would have thought a year ago Devontae Adams was going to be available. They were talking about a deal. No one ever thought Russell Wilson was going to leave Seattle. You don't know what's going to happen anywhere. Lamar Jackson very well could be available. I'm not saying it's Lamar, but my point is if you're going to talk that talk, you need to back it up.
And he's not backing it up what?
No.
Oh, but the talk you talking about is that he's a top 5 QB, right?
No, it's about getting paid like it.
That. Yo, hold up, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, because you're not talking business. Talking about your ass. This whole get paid like it. It's the market. It ain't about what you do. It's the market. This is what it costs to have a starting quarterback in the National Football League. Period. It don't matter if you can call him trash. He's can call him whatever you want to call him. Every year, the market price goes up.
Okay, you know what?
People like you are always talking about, like, insinuating that Derek Carr is overpaid.
No, I agree. The first contract.
He's the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. QB1. He's not overpaid. Let's get off of that. Okay. If you don't like the way he plays, if you say he's not a top 5 QB in the league, I agree with that. He's not a top 5
Is he
QB
top
in
10?
the league.
Is he top 10 in the NFL right now?
I put him 11, 12.
Okay, so we're in the same boat with that.
I'm going to put him 11, 12. But that's the market.
Would you agree that he's the 4th best quarterback in the division?
I don't know yet. You
never seen Russell Wilson play?
I have seen Russell Wilson play.
You never seen Patrick Mahomes play?
I'm watching Russell Wilson play right now. I don't know if he's better than Derek Carr right now. I don't know that. I don't know that.
But you know what? Do you know what gives Russell Wilson any type of leeway and no matter what anybody says?
He won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Okay. Justin Herbert ain't won no Super Bowl.
He's put teams on his back to go.
Justin Herbert has not won a Super Bowl. You've given him a gold jacket. Shit, I damn near gave him one.
I'm not giving him a gold jacket.
I'm just saying, he ain't won no Super Bowl. Mahomes got one Super Bowl. I mean, what are we saying here? I believe that Mahomes is a better quarterback. Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Derek Carr is right now. I believe that Russell Wilson has been before in his career. I don't know if he is right now.
This is my beef with Carr. And I'll just say it, whatever. Whatever it is, what is. When you are critical of the people who are supposed to hold you accountable, and you feel you should not be judged by them people when their job is to talk about your performance, and you call out specific members because they have been there from day one, and you don't like the fact that they asked a simple question in an article last year.
So what?
No,
you don't like it.
Okay,
so what?
But to do it in front of, and again, it's to me it shows thin skin. It shows thin skin.
It's like you want to pick for a person to be transparent at one point.
No, I want to be transparent all the time.
You want him to be what? Professional? What do you call it?
I question his authenticity.
About what?
Everything. His whole career at this point. Because look, you're a member of Raider Nation. I'm not.
100%.
Aren't you tired of hearing, it's on me, I got to get better, I got to do better, I got to play better? You've heard that the entire time he's been the quarterback. Yeah. Every year, the same records on repeat.
And so I guess he's supposed to go up there and say, well, damn, y'all, it'd be nice if somebody could give me a defense so I ain't got to score 50 points a game.
You know what?
It'd be nice if I could get somebody that could get a stop or that could get off the field on get a team off the field on third down.
You know what?
Because that ain't happened in decades.
You know what?
That happened one time since he been here.
Are you good? If he said that, you know what that would make me? Okay, now we see it.
Now we see what?
Now we see that he actually is gonna be like, he can handle.
Man, ain't no quarterback gonna handle his team like that, bro. You're not gonna throw your people under the bus. You're gonna get up there and say the company thing just like he said.
I seen it happen last year, and the changes were made.
Okay, but that's a different person. That's a different person. Do you know anything about the locker room that person left? You know word on the streets. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about word on the streets, but I'm going to say this. That's a different person.
I'll also say this. The guy that he banged the drum and convinced to leave to come here is frustrated and angry.
Hey, man.
Why can't we get that type of honesty from the face of the franchise? And I don't even think he's the face of the franchise anymore. It's Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. And I think that to a small bit irksome.
Man, you going off into some whole other stuff. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the damn X's and O's on the field.
I am too.
People like you and other media members.
People like me.
Yes, people like you and other media members that for whatever reason don't talk about damn defense.
No, I'm not talking.
I'm not
we
talking
about defense. Right?
I'm
We were
not talking
about
a city. I ain't talking about Las Vegas. I ain't talking about a particular person. I'm talking about across the landscape of the NFL coverage in America. Nobody want to talk about defense.
No, we were talking about the 15%.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where we're on right now.
I give him 10.
Okay, 10%.
In my part, he gets 10%.
Okay, 10.
Yeah.
You're 10. My bad. You're 10.
I gave you why.
And
there are quarterbacks, the ones that I rate better than him, that would have completed that 2-point conversion yesterday.
I just feel that when he makes mistakes, he feels he should be he's above reproach and should not be held culpable for those mistakes. That's
the same guy you just said 5 minutes ago. Ain't you tired of him saying it's on me, it's on me, it's on me? How can you say both of those things?
Because it's lip service. It's been lip service.
So what's he supposed to say?
Because when it's not lip service, he wouldn't go out and take other people to task when in a public forum when they can't respond. Because it's like, oh yeah, and you can't say anything, huh? Yeah.
Who can't respond? It's 2022. Anybody can respond. What are you talking about? Who can't respond?
Not in the press conference, because then you become the bad guy that responds back to him. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Man, every single person in the press conference got a platform. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they can get on there and say their piece. They ain't got to say it in the press room.
My point,
in the press room, he's the quarterback of the team. So he say what he want to say.
I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about the offense, and the offense always starts with the quarterback. And no matter who it is, if it's in San Francisco, their offense is going to be in some trouble with Jimmy G because Trey Lance is gone, according to some people. Some people think it's going to be better with Jimmy G. But the offense starts with the trigger man. When you don't have a quarterback, let's ask Chicago. Let's ask Minnesota. Let's ask Washington. Indianapolis, after Manning left and Luck retired. Jacksonville, up until they had.
All of that's cool, but the difference, just with that analogy right there, the difference between wins and losses is a defense.
I'm not disagreeing.
49ers have a defense so they can win games in spite of Jimmy G or Trey Lance's mistakes.
And I agree with you with your defense. I agree that the Raiders
Derek Carr has to play the perfect game to win a game.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. If he makes a mistake, Raiders lose. Throws an interception, Raiders lose.
No, not just the interception.
Patrick Mahomes can throw 2 interceptions and win a game.
He throws interceptions at the worst time. It's not just throwing an interception. It's when you throw it or when you scramble and you dive and you kind of have small hands.
You know what else happens?
You fumble the ball again.
You know what else happens? The Raiders can't get off the field at the worst time.
You're absolutely right.
Okay. So
I agree with that.
So what are we talking about here? I hear one thing in the press conference, your side of it, when what I just said is just as true. You talking about not taking nobody to task? Take Patrick Graham to task. Take the DC before him and the DC before him and the DC before him. Take Chandler Jones to task.
Oh, I have no problem doing that.
Take people who can't tackle to task. That's the problem with the Raiders.
I have no issue with
that. Stop somebody in the second half in the Arizona game. Just stop somebody. Get a stop.
Funny you say that.
Stop somebody yesterday. As you start to come back, where are the stops? Max can't do it all by himself.
Damn sure can't.
He's a hell of a player. He is he got a nose for the ball.
They need to clone him.
Like somebody, I don't know how to explain him. He never gets tired, but if you fighting 2 and 3 players every single time, you're not going to get to the quarterback every time.
I agree.
Right?
Don't disagree.
And right now, he's getting there because of the ghost of Chandler Jones. 55 is on the field.
Right.
So the scheme is like, oh, that's 55 right there. If 55 don't start playing, That ghost is gonna be gone, and we're gonna be in the same position we was in last year.
Or the year before, because last
year before, right? And we don't, that's rendering the best player on our defense inactive.
And I agree. I agree with what you said 100%. Because on social media today, I was on Twitter. Mike V, who's got a show called Fanboy Radio, that's on the station out here, and Rel from used to ride with us for franchise.
Yeah.
We're in a discussion, and I was pointing out the same thing. It's not Derek Carr's fault that gave up 20 plus points in the second half.
Right.
It's not Derek Carr's fault you couldn't tackle Derrick Henry.
Right.
So
Right.
I agree with that 100%. Chandler Jones needs to step up. Chandler Jones needs to step up. The defensive linemen, the other linebackers with Perryman being out, Diablo needs to step up. He didn't have a great game against Tennessee.
You're right.
He played like trash. The corners need to step up. Hobbs is in concussion. Hobbs is the only corner playing worth the shit.
Man, that's a bad loss.
Morik is supposed to be back hopefully this week.
I hope so.
The other safety position, Abrams played better.
Yeah, yes.
And
But
I
he's
give-
playing. The scheme has changed for him, though.
Yes, and that goes to show schemes make players.
Yes, absolutely.
But what separates great players are the players that can play in any scheme and make
Correct.
their teammates better.
Correct. I mean, but there's still something to be said about familiarity, playing together within a scheme. This is a relatively new group when it comes down to it, and the scheme is definitely new. So it's not, I still don't feel like it's doom and gloom just yet, because I mean, just look at it yesterday. Broncos the only team that won in the division.
Well, I look at it yesterday. They played like trash for the second straight week and had a chance to win.
Exactly.
So okay. Now we have a meter. Okay.
Yeah.
Panic meter. Where are you at? 1 to 10.
I am at about a 7.
Really? That high?
Yeah, I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 because I don't believe two teams are going to get out of the AFC West. I think it's going to be one team. I think that all of the teams are going to have worse records than they did last year.
So you're saying 2 teams East, probably Buffalo, Miami.
Yep.
1 team in the South.
Yep.
1 team in the North, and 1 team in the West.
Yep. That's what I'm saying this year.
I think there's a couple other wild cards, but okay.
And that being the case, we got to win some games in the division. He already lost one. So can't lose another game for the next month. When's the bye week?
I don't know.
It's in October.
Probably. I don't.
Got to win throughout the bye week for sure. Just got to get back. Got to get back to 0-0, man. Got to win 3 games straight.
So
and hope that there's more attrition in the division.
My panic meter's at a 3.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. It's week 3. It's a new scheme. You laid it all out. And I believe, after everything I just said, I believe Derek Carr has the ability to turn it all around and lead this team to reel off 5, 6, 7 straight wins.
Okay, but the only way he's going to do that is if people ain't holding on 3rd and 7. Do you realize that?
No, I don't disagree.
He probably need more than 1.5 seconds to throw the ball. I will say this. They did look better yesterday than they have the first 2 weeks as a group, the offensive line. I think that running the ball consistently will take the pressure off of them. I really do, because Josh is a strong back, and 9 times out of 10, if he can hit somebody in the hole one-on-one, he's gonna fall forward.
He's gotten way better with his jump cuts.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, and you know what? I did tweet out during the game yesterday. Derek Carr is playing his ass off.
Yeah, man. I mean, so Derek Carr ain't the problem. That's what I've been saying. He's not the problem.
But I guess for me to put a cap on that discussion about him, I don't dislike him.
You sound like
no, I don't.
You sound like it.
No, but what I am is I'm fair. I'm right down the middle, because maybe my value of Derek Carr is higher than most people's, and he hasn't lived up to it. And maybe that's a little disappointing. Because I remember he was at Fresno State. I'd go see Pacheco. Go do some radio show every other week up there.
He might have had a better defense then than he's had since he's been in the league.
Yeah, that's T-Skip. We'll see.
I'm saying.
But so my opinion of him is a little bit different based on what I've seen. I've been a big defender of his. I just seen in the last,
but I don't think it needs defense.
No,
I don't
it
think
does.
that's what it's about.
It does, because I do think he's unfairly criticized by people for no reason. I do
100%.
I do agree with that,
But these are facts, though. Like, it's a thing. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's a thing.
Oh, it is
in the fan base.
Yes,
to just completely gloss over every single thing wrong with the team and just lay everything on that one player. I don't know. I think they just don't like him.
Well,
they don't like him. I don't think he fits. Maybe he just don't fit this whole vibe to them.
Maybe. Here's the thing. They say car stands. Nah. Kardashians. and then for Max Crosby, you have the Crosby cult. So between there, I was like, "That's great." The Kardashian thing was hilarious.
It's definitely a thing, man. And I go in other fan bases just trolling. You know what I'm saying? I love to
he's a troll.
I love to go like rile up Cowboy fans and Patriot fans, and like the Steelers are so emotional. You know what I'm saying? You can just ruin their days if you go in there talking stuff. So it only happens within Raider Nation. Nobody piles on their quarterback. I mean,
Cowboys and Dak?
What? They love him. He can do no wrong.
Really?
He can do no wrong. Kirk Cousins gets more love than damn Derek Carr. It's crazy. It's a thing, man. I don't know what it is. I would love to do a straight up feature investigation on why Raider Nation seems to hate QB1 so much.
You should.
Yeah, because I would love to just really get some understanding about it. Like, what is it? Something off the field? Is it the man's accent? Is it like, what do you want him to do? You want him to put a patch over his eye, get a tattoo in his face? What y'all want from him? I mean, geez, he's not terrible. He's far from terrible. Derek Carr can ball.
I agree,
and he can take this team where they need to go. But it's some holes on his team, man. Them holes got to get filled. And he ain't gonna be able to do nothing before that happens.
You think he is the type of quarterback that could lead the Raiders to a Super Bowl win?
Yes, absolutely. But the only way he's gonna do that,
that's interesting,
is if he can walk in the locker room and see 8 or 9 defensive linemen that play every single game.
So we're months.
That's how you win a Super Bowl.
Months away from the draft.
Yeah.
All 8 picks, all defensive picks.
No, because you need a lineman. Yeah, you need an offensive lineman. Definitely need an offensive lineman. The skill positions, lock the ones up you have. They all locked up. That you don't need to be doing that. You don't need. I don't give a damn if somebody runs a 3-2-1. Don't pick him. We don't need him. We need beef and we need motor. We need beef on the offensive line. We need motor on the defensive line. You don't need to get a defensive lineman in the first round. You don't have to do that. You got Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. You need to get the guy that comes in and spells them. You need to get the guy that comes, like I said earlier, he going to play 2 downs in the series and he going to go hit the quarterback. And maybe he got a mental problem. Who knows? Whatever the case may be.
Why would you say that in today's landscape?
Because we just need a crazy person. We don't have enough crazy people. If you think about old Raiders defensive linemen, it's crazy people. We don't have crazy people. We need some dudes that are just ridiculous, man.
You want Lyle Sato 2.0?
Yes. Tell the quarterback, look, I'm coming to eat your face off. Yes. We need to see them kind of people. And we don't have them kind of people. None of them boys in Detroit, they so fun to watch because of that meatheadness that goes on.
I agree with the meatheadness. You need some meat. You need some grunts.
Need some meathead, man.
Need some mentality.
Grunts. More Max type guys. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And that's that. You got to platoon that defensive line, man. These quarterbacks are too good. All right. Patrick Mahomes, you ain't seen the best of him. Justin Herbert has thrown balls that I've only seen Aaron Rodgers throw before in my life.
Yeah, true.
Literally. And he does it all the time. And his arm strength and his body strength and the way he can throw just from any angle, any foot wrong and still put the ball. Man, you're going to have to make that guy uncomfortable. You're going to have to make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable.
Okay, buddy. Here's
Russell Wilson can run the ball. Like, we're going to need some D-line, man, for the foreseeable future.
Well,
we don't get them, we're not going to the playoffs.
Well, you heard it from TQ.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen. Gotta get the defense.
You know
better.
what? I got a stopgap solution right now.
What's that?
Signing Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah.
Bring him up. Bring him in the middle. He's won a Super Bowl. He brings that caveat with him.
Yeah. You just need more bodies. You need more bodies that people can look at film and say, okay, look, this guy can disrupt some things for us. So we got to cheat something towards his way. Too much cheating, and you're going to open up a lane for somebody you don't like. That's the type of situation you need, where you pick your poison on the defensive line, and you'll see a difference. See a difference. If we'd have had some defensive pressure in that Charger game, it would have been a difference in the game. Even with him throwing interceptions all over the place.
I do think Denzel Perryman is one of those guys.
Yeah.
He brings that nasty.
Yes. And that's a big miss to not have him. He's a Pro Bowler last year. It's a big miss not to have him. In a that's that linebacker room ain't really been much in years.
You need to get a linebacker. Ooh, you know who'd be good?
Yeah, Denzel Perryman.
No, I'm talking about
he'd be good
going forward. You know who'd be good?
What?
Tim Anderson.
Ooh.
So Raider Nation got him happy with that one.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, man. That just overall, man. That's the pie. That's the pie, man. That's been the pie. It's been the pie. We can't stop nobody. Raiders got to be able to stop somebody sometimes.
Well,
like UNLV.
Well, hey, I'm about to say the Raiders. The Raiders, we thought, turned it around last year. We don't know if they did or not. This year's still, up in the air, but it seems like UNLV's turned it around, their football program.
Man.
Shout out to Coach Arroyo, his whole staff, and the players, man. 3-1 after going up to Logan, Utah in a hostile environment.
Yes.
On a day where the coach tried to use his son's unfortunate decision to take his own life as motivation for his team.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. You didn't hear about that?
Come on, man.
Yes. Blake Anderson scheduled this as the magically picked this day last Saturday as the game where we're going to talk about mental health awareness. I'm guaranteeing a victory because my son took his own life earlier in the year. Now, this is the same guy whose wife died when he was coaching Arkansas State. Mm-hmm. Didn't tell anybody he was going to coach except his staff, and came the night before and used that as motivation for his team to beat UNLV at Sam Boyd Stadium. It's not the first time he's done it. Mm. And then, it's magic. He also, says everything and brings this out when a week earlier, 2 weeks earlier, he tells the fans, basically stay home. I don't want you to show up because you're disrespectful to our team by booing them.
What?
And then a player on Utah State tweeted out, keep your asses at home. We won a Mountain West championship for you, and this is how you treat us. We don't want you to come to games anyway.
To the fans?
To the fans. Then the player took it down because, but it was already screenshotted, so it was done.
What y'all smoking in Logan?
Well, UNLV goes up there and beats the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they fell behind 7-0, but came back and, you've seen a different UNLV team.
Oh, yeah. You see a different UNLV team. You know why?
Why?
Defense.
Very much so.
Defense.
They are
That's what it's about, man. That's how you win. That's how you win this game of football. You stop people from scoring.
They're in the top 20 with takeaways. They had 6 takeaways, 5 interceptions last week.
Look at that.
They're in the top 10, I believe, in sacks. Getting off the field on third down.
Come on, man. That's the recipe.
They Marcus Arroyo, but by bringing in Keith Hayward and Keith, no disrespect to Peter Hansen, who's now with Denver as a linebacker coach, who was the D coordinator last year. Bringing Keith Hayward in, simplified the defense. Mm-hmm. Guys are flying around.
They flying. That's number one. They are flying.
The only thing that I have any discrepancy with Keith on his defense, but I understand why.
Yeah, you need to go up and pop somebody at that line. Man.
Yeah, the coverage is so soft.
Nasty at that line. There's so much space in between.
That's the only, but that's nitpicking.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
Nah, but I mean, a smart OC should be able to pick up on that and dink and dunk all the way down the field.
But he's not. Doesn't have the time.
But nobody's doing it
because you have guys like Jeray Williams who had another interception.
Yeah, man.
You have Adam Plant, who's had a hell of a start to this season. Got to give Adam a bunch of credit.
I said that, though. I said that when he came, man. I said, dude, that dude is raw. He ain't refined yet. Give him a little bit of time in that fire and watch, he going to be a dog. I knew it. I could tell. Could just tell.
You have Darius Johnson who and Tavis Malakias, who's taking up the nose tackle spot for Naki Fahina.
Yeah.
Elijah Shelton on the other side, playing the outside linebacker, does all the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Utah State too. Transferred down.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm out of this."
Boy.
And then AJ GK, Mountain West Player of the Week this week.
Balling.
Had another interception, sack. I mean, this is a team that plays New Mexico on the 30th of September, on Friday.
Mm.
And then they play San Jose State at San Jose State in a game where they haven't won since 1993.
Damn.
Then they play Air Force at home. And then they go to Notre Dame. Now,
winnable games, man.
Every single one of them.
Winnable games. Winnable game. Look, I'm hard on them.
You are. You have been.
I'm hard on them. I'm down. This is my third year down there on the sideline watching it, right? And I saw the culture start to shift. I see what Arroyo's trying to do. I see what he's been trying to do since he's been here. But this is the time. This is the first time where I'm saying, oh, we stronger than them. Oh, we can bully them.
Oh, you didn't know about the offensive line.
Oh, we can hit people and knock the snot from them and just run the ball up their gut if we want to. That ain't been the case at UNLV. Love the Chuck Wagon, don't get me wrong. Just a running muscle. But he ain't had the boys in front of him.
Well,
got the boys in front of him now.
This Utah State defensive line, they look like UNLV's defensive line in the past. Yeah. 220 pounds, 240 pounds, 275, 80 pounds. UNLV's offensive line is well over like 315, 320.
Yeah, man.
And they're strong.
Yeah, they are strong. They move the line of scrimmage. So I think that's going to pay dividends, man. Better watch UNLV, man. They better watch UNLV out here in this Mountain West. Things done changed.
And it's starting to get noticed nationally. A lot of people are talking about them now as being, looks like this. They're like Stuart Mandel from Sports Illustrated has them in his top 25 things to watch. They're number 20 with Marcus Royal's done a good job turning the program around. This is not your normal UNLV. Utah State. I went to their message boards just because I wanted to read,
Oh, trolling, huh?
No, I didn't post anything. I'm not you. I'm not a troll.
Okay.
You grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
Come on, man. Sometimes people deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
especially Cowboys fans, Notre Dame fans.
Yes.
All the really emotional folks, Liverpool, them type of people.
Yep. Agreed.
Celtics.
Yep.
Clippers.
Yep.
That's why I do it.
Giants.
Fun. What Giants?
San Francisco.
Oh, man. Come on, man. I'm going to stay out of that one.
But the Utah State fans, bro.
They were stressed.
Blake Anderson needs to be fired.
Oh,
his team
really?
has no discipline.
Wow.
I got told from some. Well, I can't put that out there. But
don't divulge the information.
Let's just say, high-ranking people are not happy with Blake Anderson at Utah State.
Really?
And they blame discipline, players leaving, nobody wants to be there. I mean, he said the quarterback is going to be on a short leash going into this game. Bonner, right? This is the guy that beat UNLV
going into
three times.
the UNLV game?
Yeah, going into it. He had 5 picks. How is that a short leash?
Nah, that leash is long as hell. That's a dog chain.
So if you guys get a chance, UNLV plays Friday at Allegiant Stadium, and it is First Responders Night where they're honoring all the first responders in Las Vegas because it's the game before 1 October, which was obviously the tragedy that happened here in Las Vegas 2016.
Yeah.
October 1st.
Time is flying, man.
Yeah, so they're gonna be. It's gonna be a big to do. So if you guys get a chance, tickets are out there, are available, and they're reasonable. And it's a Friday night, so you can go get wasted at one of the tailgates, and then like we did at the parade, and like he does every Sunday.
Oh man, the parade, man, the parade. Look, I know it's a football day. You know what I'm saying? And I know we did our share of Aces coverage this year. And I know the WNBA season is over. But the last time we talked to y'all, we were on our way to the parade.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Man, listen. Las Vegas, thank you for showing up for the ladies.
20,000.
Man.
And we got hit with Ace. I got hit with Ace of Spades. I don't know about you.
Man, listen.
Asia got me.
It was on. And them girls was enjoying themselves, right? It just looked like, you know how when you just see somebody get the fruits of their labor and you're just happy for them?
Yes.
Especially when you're there on the sideline and you're just watching the whole thing. And like, that was beautiful, bro. Like, Vegas just does it. Vegas just knows how to do it. This city, something else, man.
I didn't tell you. This is news to you. So Sydney Colston, she liked the video that Trish did for us.
Yeah.
Great video. If you get a chance, go to our YouTube page or go to our IG page. You can see the thank you video that Trish did and Squeeze voiced. But so it was like, I think Monday. No, it was like Thursday, Friday last week. I happened to be on Twitter. And I just tweeted at her, "Hey, Sid, you still on live?" I got the wink and the smile. I was like, "Hey, okay, Sid must be still on live." But, you know, it was good to see all the ladies, Becky Hammond, everybody in the front office, Mark Davis, really get their kudos. Man. It ironically, the news channels out here couldn't air their speeches.
Why?
Because they curse so much.
Oh yeah.
so they cut them out. They said done, no more.
Oh yeah. For real, they had to stop it, huh?
But they said a line in there that I think it's brilliant marketing, and I hope they use it.
What?
They said what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and this bitch ain't going nowhere.
I heard that.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy for them, man. Happy for the city. Just felt like a champion with all the ticker tape and all that going on.
How'd you feel the next day?
Woo, I had a bit of a headache, I must say. Ended up passing out without drinking my water. You know, I got a remedy.
Yeah, you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, you just guzzle water before you pass out. You just guzzle water. Just drink as much as you possibly can, right? And you wake up the next morning in a much better position. But see, I didn't do that. I didn't follow my own directions and came home. I was off to Casamigos. And I passed out. You know it. Passed out, man. Woke up with a headache this big. And that's what you're supposed to do when you win the championship. That's a hell of a
headache with that head.
Yo. Check this out. Baby dolphin head.
You can't steal M-Dog's jokes.
Shouts out to DJ Invisible Man. I got him. Pot trying to call a kettle black. Come on, man.
Oh, man. That was, yeah. I'm glad you got over it.
Yeah, man, it was good. And like I said before that, like, you know, we was working and all, but we had to get our celebratory parade in because we got cheated.
Got
cheated
LA.
with the Lakers and the Dodgers in the same year, and it was COVID. So we didn't get the party. Like, you know, come on. We Laker fans, we Dodger fans. Like, we used to parades.
Big
USC,
parades.
you know what I'm saying? We used to parades.
You dig it.
Right. And we ain't getting none, man, but the Aces bought us one, and it was nice. You know what I'm saying? Looking up, you got the Paris right there. It's Aces colors. You got all the people out. Everybody was loving it. It was just a lot of good cheer, man.
There was an over-under for how many people got taken away in ambulances.
Really? I saw one.
It was. I seen 3 before the parade began.
Really? They was out there getting toasted, boy.
Oh, man.
They was getting toasted.
The pit was cool, too.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a big party, man. It was just a party, and like they set the stage because they was so lit. They was wasted.
Their energy was crazy.
Yeah, man. It was good. It was good. It was a hell of a parade, hell of a season, and I guaranteed it. You know what I'm saying? I feel great about myself and my ability to forecast the future.
Yes, you're almost as good as Joe Stradamus.
Psh, boy, please. But I'm expecting them to do the same thing next year.
Me too.
And expecting us to be in the same spot next year this time.
Now I expect to be
doing the same
on
thing.
the stage with them partying.
Oh, that's how you gonna do it?
We should.
Why, you shoot shots? What do you do? Play defense? No. You sit up, you talk trash.
And we know people. I know people.
Eat food in the media room. What else? Bum drinks at the bar.
I don't bum no
what else?
drinks.
What else? What else?
Bum drinks? What the hell are you talking about? Bum drinks.
Ah,
shit.
Come on,
On
man.
that note, we're out of here.
Come on, man. Don't get touched because I'm telling people your secrets.
I don't bum drinks.
Oh, yeah, you bum drinks. You've been bumming drinks off me forever.
I'd send you the money. I cash app you the money.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks later.
The same time. How much owe you? All right, here.
I done forgot.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot. I
Yeah,
forgot.
so you shave off a good $20-$30 every time.
I act like I'm a lush. My name ain't.
Oh, I act like it. On that note.
That's it for this week's Franchise Podcast, directed by Tristan Lacoste. Shouts out to all of our photographers out there that work with the franchise, all of our reporters. That's TQ. I'm Joe Arrigo. Join us next week on franchisesportsmedia.com. Don't forget, follow us on all social media at TheFranchiseLV.
Holla.
Original gorilla in the mist.